Welcome to the Women Warriors Collab podcast. I am your host, Jen Michelle, and like I do every week, I bring on women that you need to know, that you need to follow, and that are just downright inspiring. So today, I am here with one of my favorite people in the world, Brianna Zenna, who is the founder of so many things. I'm going to let her tell you. I'm not even going to take this away because a lot of exciting things have been happening with her business. And yeah, so we're just going to jump right in with Brianna. So Brianna, thank you so much.
Honored as always.
So let's talk. First permanent jewelry business in New Jersey.
Yep. Specialized permanent jewelry. We have over 100 different options with a price point for every budget and every style.
So let's talk about Linked Local because
where to start?
Where did it start?
It started with a tiny little suitcase and a 4-foot table and traveling all throughout New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Staten Island, New York, doing pop-up permanent jewelry parties back in 2022.
Now, you are the first permanent jewelry company in New Jersey.
That's specialized, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's big.
Yeah. It's an honor. It's crazy. I was just actually talking about this morning. And it's so wild to see how much it's grown in 3 years, especially starting as the first. Where was the direction? Where was the blueprint? So in hindsight, I'm like, wow, how did we accomplish all this? But in my current situation, I'm like, we just did it. We just powered through. We saw what was popular. We kept pivoting.
Yes.
We kept seeing what we wanted to grow into. We wanted to also put ourselves in our customers' shoes and see what they wanted as well. So it kept growing. And then there was gaps in the market. And I don't know if you've ever read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but when you start to discover these gaps in the market, it's an opportunity for you to fill them. So we expanded from just permanent jewelry applications to permanent jewelry trainings, to permanent jewelry wholesales, to permanent jewelry business coaching, and so much more. It's been flourishing.
So it started off on a little table.
On a little table.
A little table and a big dream.
Yeah, a little table in Staten Island, actually. That was one of my first pop-ups.
Wow.
It was about a week before my wedding. And I said, screw it, let's do it. No better time to start than now.
Yeah. So you have one storefront in the mall in Toms River.
Yes.
And now you also have another store.
Yep.
Where
we have
is
our
that?
Storefront in Red Bank, New Jersey. And it is co-owned by me, but with my other business.
Yes, which is?
Permanent makeup.
Yes.
So we do permanent makeup, permanent jewelry, and we are just all about overcommitment. Permanent.
Everything's permanent.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you really committed, right?
100%. 4 years later now, and it's been a wild ride.
I know. But I've seen your growth firsthand. Like I remember when we first met and we fell in love, and now we're here. And
At the Texas Roadhouse.
Yes. Our first date, we wined and dined each other. No, but I love to see where you are right now because, yes, you just opened up another location, but you're also a speaker at these huge conventions.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
blown
an honor.
away. So let's talk about that. How did you even get put in this situation of
So
speaking?
I just got back from the Permanent Jewelry Expo, and the Permanent Jewelry Expo is the only one of its kind throughout the whole world, which is unbelievable. Such a big title and an even better honor. And I was the first permanent jewelry specialized person in New Jersey. And I remember the first year that they'd put together this Permanent Jewelry Expo. And I went there with a big stack of business cards, and I had just launched my wholesale supplies. And I'm like, listen, there's only 3 or 4 different vendors. Let me just pass out my cards and see who likes the supplies that I have, because I wanted to be the permanent jewelry supplier for the permanent jewelry artist by the permanent jewelry artist.
Yes.
So it was like, if I'm using these products, you should be using these products. What sells for me is definitely going to sell for you. So I remember going there, looking around and saying, I can do this. I can totally do this. There was this little, and I say this story every year when I'm speaking at the Permanent Jewelry Expo. There was this blonde little Southern belle, and she's sitting up there talking, and she's like, I have a team of 10 girls, and I made $500,000 last year. And I was like,
and sign me up.
Where, how, when, what do I have to do to push there? So I said, you know what, I'm going to come back next year. And next year, I'm not only going to teach different classes, but I'm also going to be a vendor. I'm going to bring all of my supplies and show people the way that I do my business, the secrets inside and out. And that's exactly what I did. And eventually, when people started to hear what I had to share, because I'd say my second love is definitely sharing my knowledge and sharing with people that the opportunity is all you need. I started to speak on panels to show how I got there. This year was actually crazy to me because out of the hundreds of people that go to the Permanent Jewelry Expo, they put me on the Powerhouse of permanent jewelry women. And I was like one of 4 girls up there. And these people are making 6-7 figures in their business. And if you told me the first Permanent Jewelry Expo that I would be right up there with them, I was like kind of like starstruck, but in awe because my business could keep up, because I could keep up too, you know?
Yeah.
It was such a
surreal moment, right?
100%.
But I just feel like you're so deserving. I mean, I from the moment I know it literally sounds like we're in love. We are. But it sounds funny, right? But you're gonna understand. And for anyone listening, you know your people when you find your people.
Right.
And I knew from the jump. I love that you were just always honest. Like, I knew you were a no bullshit type of girl, which I love those people.
My ADD and Tourette's cannot let me keep anything.
I understand. But it was that, and it was your drive. It was your passion. Like, I remember going up to your table, and I'm like, I didn't know what I wanted because I never seen it before.
Right.
But
this was the Babes in Business event.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I knew that I wanted to meet you again. Like, I remember our conversation. I'm like, damn, like, I feel like, okay, we're a little, like-minded, but I loved your drive.
And you were up on the panel speaking,
Yes.
and everything that you had to say was so inspiring that I was like, that's a bad bitch. I want to talk to her.
Keep on going. No, but it's funny because then you meet your people, and then, to see you expand in all these years, and of course you're on a panel, one of, 4 women that are picked. I'm not surprised. Like, to me, I'm not surprised. Like, I'm waiting for you to be with, like, Elena Cardone. Like, where, like, you know what I mean? Like, where she goes and speaks just millionaires, billionaires, because that's your worth ethic. That is your hustle. That is the way you move. Like, one thing about you are about your business, but you're fair.
Right.
You're honest. And you're great at what you do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It just is what it is.
I believe in karma, full force. What you put into this world, you get out. The harder you work, the more you're rewarded. Mm-hmm. Does it happen overnight? Hell no. I've been working my butt off since I'm 16 years old with 3 different jobs. And it wasn't until I was 24, 25 that I decided to launch this extra business. And the reason I really decided to do Linked Local was because I've been in the beauty industry my whole life. My family brought me into the beauty world. So I wanted to do something for myself. And once I started to see how much it was rewarding to work for yourself, the options were limitless.
Yeah.
And again, so I have the 2 storefronts, but in the last 3 years, I've opened 3 stores, and now we only have 2. So even with our Jackson location closing, it wasn't the end of the world. Did it suck? Yes. Did I lose my storage space? Yes. Did I lose my training space? Yeah. But we pivoted and we grew from it. Because just in this life, you can sit here and sulk on all of the things that don't work out. Or you could say, all right, I did a really good job here, but let me do this different the next time.
Yeah.
Because when we start to understand that business, you can write a business plan and try to stick to it, but it's like you make plans and God laughs.
Exactly. Nope, it's this way.
Yep, exactly.
But with your Jackson plan, I remember when you told me that you were going to close it down. And even though at first I knew it bothered me because I knew how much it meant to you, in my head, I'm like, yeah, but something else is just going to happen for her. But because you're meant for greatness. Like, not that I'm saying that place wasn't. It was beautiful. I mean, you and your husband busted your asses.
A lot of beers and a lot of time in that place.
But you know what? I think that it served its purpose because, like you said, God was laughing. Like, you thought this was your big. I got something even bigger. And I feel like you're just continuing to grow. I can't wait to see in a year from now where Linked Local and you are.
Right. I mean, the plan, I think, has always been franchising it. Mm-hmm. But then you step back and you're like, okay, what is the personal excellence that we can put on it? Because it's not just permanent jewelry. It's an experience. You know, people are coming in for different reasons to be bonded with their friends, or they're coming in because they lost their grandma and they want to wear her birthstone on her, or they're coming in to celebrate their mom's birthday and their 7 cousins all together. You know, it's a beautiful moment and a beautiful experience that it's not just the jewelry too.
Exactly.
So I feel like being in the beauty industry and being able, especially you're there on people's biggest days of their lives, on their wedding days, you know, on huge events, you understand what it is to give them that experience, for them to remember how good you made them feel when you left that room, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I love that you say that, because that's the thing. And I feel like that's what sets businesses that are striving. It's realizing it's more than just what this is, right? And I don't say just minimizing it at all, but I'm not just permanent jewelry. I'm an experience. So
Absolutely.
what do you feel kind of sets you apart? Not just the experience, but what sets Linked Local apart from all these other now permanent jewelry people? Because I feel like now I see it all the time.
Right.
But Linked Local is Linked Local.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%. I think that, you know, you could have a million bajillion options of chain to make a bracelet. But if we want to get technical, other than experience, procedures and policies. You know, my procedures and my policies are very clear, that I will be absolutely transparent in what my company's going to offer you. We have a 30-day warranty on all jewelry, that if your jewelry breaks within that 30 days, come back in and we'll complimentary re-weld it. If my jewelry tarnishes or turns color within 2 years, you come back in and we'll change it. And we don't just need a receipt. You could show me a credit card statement just to know that you purchased it from us. We go through a 7-step check as well as a 10-point consent form. And people are like, why do I have to do this? Right? Oh, this is way more serious. This is to protect you. Not only to protect the customer, to inform them and share our knowledge with them, but also to protect my business. So when we're going through and we're just putting a bracelet around the wrist and we're saying, does that feel good? You don't know what you're looking for, right? But when I take the time out of my day to sit there and explain it to you and show you, so you see that finger space there? I like to eat a lot of cheese and drink a lot of wine. You want to make sure that...
Loosen that up.
Yes, right? Do you see how it wiggles down here and it doesn't touch the palm? The reason we're doing that is because it starts to get really uncomfortable if it's too loose. We want to make sure that also it's not too tight. And when you're explaining this to people and you're actually showing them what to expect, it adds to that experience, right? We want to make these personalized experience, but also have the procedures and policies in place that everybody has that same fabulous, fantastic experience with Linked Local.
Yeah, it's about the customer.
Oh, 100%.
Because that's all, like everything you're saying, I'm like, I feel like I need more permanent jewelry now.
And I think that's what sets us apart, is the fact that we really care. We're here to please. We're here to make our customers happy. At the same time, of course, we're here to protect our business.
Absolutely.
But it's because we have those policies and procedures in place to do both.
But I love that you're sharing this, because I feel like as a person in business, it's kind of in the beginning you feel you have to do everything, take every job, or, you know, have every customer, but not all money is good money, like we learned. So having these policies and procedures, you have to cover, it has to be fair on each side.
Yes.
So I think it's so smart that and being so matter of fact, again, transparency.
100%. And I think that my biggest takeaway from Permanent Jewelry Expo this year was, if it's not a yes with my whole body, it's a no.
Yeah.
So, and that took me a lot of time to realize that, because I was overcommitting myself. I could do this, I could do that. And then you spread yourself too thin and you get burnt out.
Yeah.
So if it's not a whole body yes, then it's a no.
Yeah.
Let me reevaluate, let me think about it, and then we'll push forward.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And I love, because it's so true, right? It's like, if it's not a hell yeah, then you already know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I do love this, because this is my fast questions. I can literally talk to you all day long about business, about jewelry, how much we love each other, all the things. But, you know, not only are you transparent, down to earth, but you are successful. You know, you own who you are, and, you know, nothing that you've had was handed.
Thank you.
You know, and that's just so respectable. It's just so many. I mean, I could sit here and throw flowers at you all day, but
You're so
you know,
sweet.
But I love for people to see this, you know, to see you, to see women that are like you, because
Especially young women.
exactly.
A lot of us think that we have to wait until we're in our 30s or 40s to be able to do things. But same way that I watched that Southern Belle tell me that she made $500,000, why can't I? And that's why I've trained over 150 girls in the state to do exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Because you can still put your own twist on it and you can still make it yours, but you need to take that opportunity.
Absolutely. Nobody's going to make it for, and
Grab
you
by the
did.
balls.
That's right.
That's it.
Full hands. So fast questions.
All right.
Your go-to self-care ritual.
Oof. Definitely full 7-step face routine with my eczema. I got to make sure that I'm hydrated and like a glazed donut.
Okay.
Yes.
Power color.
Purple, for sure.
Oh my God, me too. Me too. Best unexpected benefit of permanent jewelry.
Oh, just always being ready to go, always being glammed up. And honestly, even if I'm like just having a day, I look down and I have a different memory for every single bracelet I have.
Yeah, that's that. So, business tool you can't live without.
God, I would definitely say the payroll support and payroll help, because they just clock in. There's a whole payroll system that does it. I can make things pretty and I can make beautiful relationships, but math is not my thing.
ChatGPT.
Yes.
I feel unstoppable when.
I'm optimistic and I persevere.
Favorite quote.
Oh. That's a good one, actually, and I'm probably going to butcher it. But
okay.
It is better to do and regret doing it than wonder what if and not doing it.
And what makes you a woman warrior?
Constant consistency, and again, that perseverance.
Yeah.
I think that we are unstoppable and we're ready for fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brianna, I can talk to you for 7,000 hours, but where can anyone find you that, one, wants jewelry, but also maybe wants to get trained and start this business?
Yeah.
Because you are a mentor,
Definitely.
as well. So where can they find you?
I'm happy to share all of my tips and tricks. You can find me at linkedlocalnj.com. You can also find me at info@linkedlocalnj.com, or hit us up on Instagram at linkedlocalnj.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you come back.
I'll be here.
Next time, come back with jewelry. We'll do a jewelry.
I'll bring
podcast.
my cart again.
Yes. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, for anyone that has watched this, if you want to start your brand, if you want to start your business, one thing is do not let the what ifs have a hold of you, right? Take everything by the balls, as Brianna says, and that's right, and just go with it. So one thing here with Women Warriors is there's nothing off limits. We love to have real talk, but I love to highlight women like Brianna. So remember, when you sit with the Women Warriors, the conversation is always different.